Straight into it.
Hey, what's going on? Hope you're having a shit one. Today we're at the Lotus factory, which is about 2 hours north of London. And today we've met up with Rob, who's the head of marketing. He's kindly taken us around today, an exclusive tour around Lotus. We're going to check out how some of the cars get built here. So much going on. So sick to see cars actually being put together before they get sent off to their homes. And then hopefully later today we'll be able to get onto the track and do a few hot laps. This is my first time, except for Goodwood, seeing them up close.
Okay.
Yeah. So really cool. The back of them, how you've built them, is just incredible. It's amazing how that passes restrictions and stuff. Like, they're just two big holes at the back. Wow. Look at the brakes on it.
So you have one in the front and one in the rear, although it's two, so each motor is there and there. And this size of package, there's 500 horsepower, and then in that package there's another 500 horsepower. So it's 2011 all the way around. So each wheel is more powerful than any previous Lotus we've ever made. It's a car.
It's nuts.
But yeah, like you see the size of where the power comes from, and then the gearbox is that wide.
I feel like I have to be so quiet and careful. Don't want to get in anyone's way. When you don't see the rear bumper on it, you can just see straight through to the other side of the car. Almost looks like a water slide. That is so cool. I've never seen anything quite like that on a car before, especially a production car. I'm pretty speechless, to be honest. I don't know, I've never been in a place like this before and seen production of such a high performance vehicle. Yeah, it's pretty immense. Now we're gonna check out the production line of the Emira.
These are a bunch of V6s straight from Toyota. We don't touch the insides of the V6.
So it's literally just,
It's as it comes, but then we add the charge-cooled supercharger and all of the wiring harness. The gearbox we do completely take apart and rebuild to our specification.
Wow, that's so cool to see. You don't think about that when you see a new car come out. You don't really think about the entire production it goes through. So this is really cool to see in action, up close, people working on it. Huh. There it is.
Our charge cooler works.
Oh, like that. Very satisfying.
So much lighter. This car is the reason we recognise the Formula One shape now.
Right.
Top air intake, side radiators, multiple wings with multiple parts, not on these cars, but there were on the Type 72.
And they're stick, these old ones, which is, if you've just seen any videos of old F1 racing from the 70s or 80s, and these drivers still driving stick, and seeing how quick these things go. Obviously modern F1 is, don't mean to undermine it whatsoever, but the old F1 racing was just absolutely nuts, and you literally had to be fearless to drive these things. Like Ayrton Senna's actual car.
So underneath there is a channel all the way down each side of the car. Very smooth aerodynamics. And that uses the Bernoulli principle to get really nerdy. When air is compressed, it speeds up and it creates low pressure underneath the car, effectively sucking it to the ground, as well as aero over it, pushing it to the ground.
So it's stuck there.
They can just go around corners at a speed that no other car can. So this car's quite cool. This never raced. So ground effect was banned because cars were getting way too fast. The engine and the monocoque hung off the normal suspension, pushes it down onto the ground.
Oh, wait, go do that again. Hang on. Yeah, I see.
They push the front at the same time. And then it hunkers down and creates ground effect.
That is incredible. Why did it never race?
It was contested every weekend by the competitors, and it got banned overnight.
Because it kept winning?
No, because they knew it would win, it would be too fast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was pretty sick, wasn't it? All right, to the track. We're gonna jump into that one, and they're gonna take me around their own Lotus test track here. So, yeah, now that we've seen the whole production line of the car, let's go out, see what they can do. Hey! Cold times. Oh my god, it's fucking quick! Yeah! Straight into it. Time to test the brakes. Through the chicane. Oh! A bit hairy there. That's great. I feel like I'm back in Australia with my mates around the industrial area. Yes, mate.
We're getting the hang of it.
And this is your job, right?
Oh yeah, this is my day job. Look at this. One hand, no problem.
It's great driving,
Cheers.
great work. Oh yeah, sweet.
Shit. Oh, I love it. I love it. That was awesome. Thank you for that.
No worries.
That was awesome.
Massive thank you to the legends over at Lotus for showing Faye and I around. It was definitely an unforgettable experience. So after they took us out on track, I went and got my drone out using the Mavic 3 Pro, and I was trying to get some shots of the Amira doing its thing. So inside their test track, they basically have this massive circle. So I thought it could be cool to get a drone shot and like a burst shot of the Amira going around, like drifting around in circles, and maybe I could, I don't know, make something creative with that. Don't know how well that worked, but I gave it a go anyway. Faye was on the ground with her Sigma 7200, and she also managed to get some really cool shots. But having a drone definitely allows you to get a fresh perspective from like ordinary sort of everyday shots, if that makes sense. So I think the combination of my drone shots and Faye's ground shots, definitely we still managed to get a pretty cool set of photos with the limited time we had there. And also, just to change the subject a little bit now, obviously I knew about Lotus and about their cars, being into cars and everything like that. But after experiencing the factory, going on track with them, learning the history of their F1 cars, they did some really groundbreaking stuff in the 70s and 80s that I wasn't even aware of, to be honest. And after doing that whole tour, I just have such a new perspective and appreciation for Lotus. So I'm really excited to see where they go in the future. That was a really cool experience. So thank you guys, appreciate it. Speaking of Lotuses, actually, I'm not in the UK anymore. I'm back in the Netherlands now. And I was in the city of Please forgive me for saying this wrong and fucking it with my Aussie accent. I was in the city of Maastricht. City of Maastricht. I don't know. Fuck, I give up. I was in that city on the weekend, and we met up with this Bagged Lotus. That's literally his name on Instagram, Bagged Lotus, and went and shot a set with him. And I'm really happy with how some of these shots turned out. We had sun the whole day, and then the shoot was at 6:30. We went out for a drive during the day, and then at nighttime we were going to start shooting. It just started raining, so for me, that's perfect conditions. And I had a great time shooting and editing these photos. So the photos you've seen in today's video have been edited with my Lightroom presets. So if you want to grab those, they're linked down in the description, or you can get them at northborders.co. I made a discount code for 25% off all my presets, and the code is just called Goodwood. So on discount and you're looking to get my presets, use that code. Each preset pack comes with their own tutorials and Lightroom tutorials as well, showing you how to use the presets, and they also come with raw photos from me if you want to play around with that and practice your editing. That is the end of the video. If you did like this video, maybe you can leave a like down below. I'll help us out by hitting subscribe. Massive thank you to Lotus once again. With that all said and done, keep having yourself a shit one, and I'll see you in the next one.